been giving us, and codeine. All these ain't nothing but chemical, biological weapons. They talking about manufacturing. Anybody been a bigger manufacturer of chemical and biological weapons than the United States? And her mother, Great Britain. Isn't that right? Nobody talk about how we've been gunned down in the street. Why they hadn't sparked America to drop no bombs on nobody? Why we couldn't get 59 tomahawks when we got these kids being murdered and gunned down here unarmed? We could have used about 59 of them tomahawks, couldn't we? Nobody want to talk about that. They said looking at the lifeless bodies of those kids, they said just did something to them, and the United States cannot stand by and look at kids being done like that. Have you looked at the ingredients inside of a school lunch? Kids eat no school lunches. I mean, hypocritical. You know, anything ain't got a dog face, America fight for it. Anything with a dog, in Rwanda, we couldn't get no U.S. help. Over 300,000 people, women, men, and children were massacred. With the influence of France, the U.S., and England, and not one Tomahawk missile came through them. Listen, they had to dig a hole and do one mass grave where they rolled all the bodies in and had to burn them up because of disease and sickness. Where was America? Peacekeeping. How you keeping peace when we being murdered? As soon as anything got a white skin, they immediately run in, they run past sanction, they run past any regulation because they have to show they behind to show we are a country that care. Won't y'all other country come and ask me and let me tell y'all the truth about America? Why don't they ask the people that's sitting here that are victims of America? People that have no rights. People that get no loyalty. Y'all hear me? People that get no real support. The support of anything they ever gave us had always come back to hurt us. When they gave you food stamp, government assistance, and welfare, they restricted your timeline, got you dependent on it. Now you're going to take it from them. You've been letting people live in projects for years at $17 a month rent. I grew up, people were paying $11 and $17 a month. And they were getting checks and food stamps. You let them do that for more than 2 generations. Now these people come along, you say, now you got 12 weeks and I'm snatching you off. You crippled a nation. You managed to let 3 generations grow up in projects, living on welfare, government assistance with no job. And you saying in 12 weeks, you're going to strip them of everything. That's the same thing they did with slavery. When they brought us here, they stole our dignity, our language, our self-respect, our stability, our independence, and you crippled us for several generations. Then they came along and said, you've been constipated. Some will say emancipated. I said constipated. Emasculated. All these things you were done. Then he told you, now go and provide for yourself. Where am I going when all I've known is 100 years of slavery? I'm inside of a country that I can barely speak their language. I don't know their educational system. I can't own anything. I can't build anything. I don't have anything. And then you tell me, so you decided to stay. I didn't decide to stay. You left my hands tied. Had you given me a chance to learn your educational system, had you given me the same support and equality that you gave these crackers that you brought over here from England, people don't even know. They had to pay them crackers. A promise of over 300 acres. They gave crackers to come. They didn't even want to come here. They had to give them a promise that they were going to give them so many acres and money for them to come here. And then I watched these crackers sit in my face and tell me, I pulled myself up by my bootstrap. We put that cracker boots on. That cracker, and then when we met the cracker, shoes on the wrong foot. Been going the wrong way ever since we met him. They had the nerve, and you know what got me? Why are black people sitting back watching these people make these statements and not looking at them? You ought to look at, they disgrace you. They're going on a world platform, got people thinking that we're satisfied, that we don't have a problem with the system. Don't make it a Democrat-Republican situation, because I definitely don't have any confidence in a Republican or a Democrat, a libertarian or independent. Anytime you go for these parties, you're basically saying, I'm not a free thinker. I'm not a free thinker. I take you on Price is Right. Come on, Leon. Come on. Give him a hand clap. Thank you. Now I'm going to give you an opportunity to make some money. Now you can take this cash, and you can go in and you can sit down, or you can take door number 1 or door number 2. What y'all going to tell them to do, audience? You see what I'm saying? Influence. Because you know he going to go with what did he hear everybody tell him? Yeah. It's only so many choices. So when he take it, in his mind, he thinking he's a free thinker. I only left you so many choices. I got people that are sitting here persuading you. So you don't really have an opportunity. Something's telling you what to do in yourself, but then you do hear the people hollering. Then I got something sitting right here in your face. And he thinks that he's a free thinker. This is what they do to you. Thank you, Leonard. We'll be using you again later. Stay on standby. See, at some point, you got to think. Take the money and go take both the curtains. Like Fred Sanford, they showed him, he snapped the curtain and told Bubba, come on, take the curtain too. Take what's behind it and the curtain too. These people have made a fool of us the whole time we've been here. Don't ever go for a pardon. These people, oh, Trump gonna kill us. Trump ain't gonna do no more worse than every Democrat they ever gave us. They got you hating somebody you ain't even, if you really looked at it, what has he done to you so far? Everything that you hear a black person recite Trump done is what they heard some crackers say on the news. You hadn't felt no, what he got? Oh, my health care. Let me ask you a question. How many of y'all lost y'all job because Trump became president? How many of y'all got a pay decrease because Trump became president? See the effect, how many of y'all lost your health care because he became president? See how they program your mind, they keep telling you, oh, you're going to lose your health care, oh, we ain't going to have no job. How many black shoes have we had since Trump became president? How many black shoes we had under President Obama? How many job losses we had under President Obama? President Obama gave you benefit, gave you penalties with them that if you had it without so many times, that your last alternative was you going to prison. It's criminal. Not to have insurance. It's not choice. America was set up by the lying fathers. That a lot of things were supposed to be choice. The only purpose of government was actually to set up. Bring my boy on. I'll tell you. We'll get. Go ahead. You have to say. I'll give it to you. Blow and walk. That blow walk one time. I'll give it. Because it's so. Thank you. Sit down. So y'all ain't lost nothing. Y'all know that. Y'all know. I call them Satchmo. They come by my plate. I call them Satchmo. Who that is? Louis? But the thing becomes, again, please count something. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. But what I want us to see, government was actually set up just to make sure that the will of the people were being enforced. Government was never supposed to be set up to control people. That's a lot of our problem. A lot of times we go and look. Government was not set up for the welfare. Government was set up for common defense. Government was set up to make sure that the will of the people was being enforced. That was the only purpose of government. Now you got government where people serve government. Government was actually set up to serve people. Now you got people serving politicians, kissing behind, running behind them, heavy campaign, working with them after, trying to get them up, going, getting other people kissed behind. They should be kissing your behind. At one time, remember, they used to go out kissing babies. Now they walk their pants drop, you kissing their behind. Government was never set up to set up and make all these mandates to control. Y'all got me? You have liberties. And those liberties aren't something that government gives you. Those are inalienable. Those were given to you. Government realized you are an entity yourself. And there are certain things that belong to you. The only thing government is set there to make sure that the will of the people is being enforced. Now they came along, they giving you laws that you hadn't even mandated. When those people go sit in Congress and make these laws and these Senate pass, they're supposed to be things that's the will of the people. Who talked to you about same-sex bathrooms? How many of your politicians came and met with you? Town hall meetings and talked to you about asking you what was your opinion, what was your part in it, and how you felt about having them. Nobody talked to you. Government has set itself up, and it become one of those things that the founding fathers set up. When the government got out of control and the people couldn't handle it, the people were supposed to take the government down and establish another one. But now you know they got a name for it. It's called terrorism. That's fear. But terrorism is the invoking fear, and that's what you have by the hands of your government. Your government makes fear for you. Your government makes and points out your enemies. When people like me come on and speak freely and tell you exactly what your real rights are, what your liberties are, and tell you what's actually ordained for you, I'm the type of person that they'll try to ordain as somebody that's trying to hurt you or do evil to you. People that's trying to hurt you or do evil to you are people that tell you lies. People that sit around and have sex with your kids, have sex with your husband, sit around and take your money, tell you fictitious stuff versus telling you the truth. See, our people got to get our eyes illuminated. That's the problem. These people have done a lot of damage to us. We're taking our kids inside of a socialist system, and we're expecting people to educate them, and we know nothing about the people. Yeah, they got paper. They come from some university of the university. But what's your real agenda? Let's imagine. Now, the CIA actually hires from colleges. They actually will recruit from colleges. The people that you to recruit from colleges are professors, people that educate you. Those people that educate you in university are mind controllers. Any university you go to sways you one way or another from a political issue standard. Those people in Berkeley don't even know they're Democrats. It's easy to see. They only fight for Democratic issues. They fight against Republican issues. Any issues of rights and having guns, they're going to fight it. They'll burn the place down, and they're using weapons. Let's be honest. These colleges frame your mindset on how you believe and what you think. What I tell anybody when you sit down and you listen, all people are really offering you are either opinions or ideals. Y'all got me? Even when you come to sit down in churches, religion, and whatever name you want to call them, you're getting opinions. You're getting ideas. And you got to look at what idea you have and what idea best suit what you're trying to do. Don't let nobody make no fool out of you. You got to be a free thinker. At the end of the day, where are you trying to go? And it's a place I'm trying to get to. So the only people that I'm going to associate myself with is people that try to get in that same direction. Otherwise, you're going to hinder me. Otherwise, you're going to sway me. You got me? That's why a lot of this thing happens. You got to sit down and look at what's your real agenda. Because people are working against you. Let me see something. For whatever reason. Colonialism. AI. AI. Oh, N-I. Hold on, too much spelling. Hold on, what I take? Okay. I was going right, I know that. It got hot in here too. Colonialism. Well, let's deal with this. We'll come back. What you'll find, y'all heard these terminology that use neo-colonialism, colonialism. How many of y'all don't know what it means? That means white people talk over your head. What neo-colonialism comes in to deal with the fact of they'll use funding, politics, and they'll even use certain wars to try to come in and frame opinion and control the countries. That's what they used on you. You don't even know it. White people say, how many of y'all heard them use that word? Neo-colonialism. You just let them keep going. You don't think about what it could mean. You think colonial, you think about the old white folk came here with rougher shirts on a boat. You see what I'm saying? How they frame it, and you don't think. White people talk over your head. When they tell you about neo-colonialism, that means we use money. Like, you're a poor country. He's a poor country. Come here, poor country. Come here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come in. I'm going to get in this country by, he's poor. So you and your people can get on y'all feet, okay? Now, you know I ain't going to give you that for nothing, right? I'm going to use this to come into his country, and I'm going to control his government. You know why I didn't use Cam? Just because of what you did. Because Cam be like, yeah, I take you serious. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's why it's so important to realize when these people come. See, our book was actually set up to teach us on the premise of that you were supposed to loan to many and borrow from none. Because once you take from these people, you're going to become a servant to them. That's why I try to teach you and I try to give you an idea. They used it. They made the word, then they framed the behavior. Whenever they come, just like they did in Hades, they didn't come and bail Hades out for nothing. When they came in and showed you all that stuff they gave them, the water, they left that stuff on the dock. That was for show. Do y'all not know that stuff rotted, the food, the water expired? How many of y'all didn't know that? They never let those people get that stuff. If Haiti had gotten that stuff and gotten themselves strengthened and gotten back on their feet, you can't control them. From the French, listen, Haiti is one of the first black group of people that broke away from slavery. They broke and got their independence. They broke away from France. But it shows you how French still get them, because you can't believe what the dominant language is. French. Oui, oui. They broke away, but see how they still come back and they'll get you, because now, neo-colonialism. I let disasters and things happen while I'll influx money. Through my influx of money, I'll influx rule through their government. That's why they had people like Papa Doc, Baby Doc. Baby, they don't know about them. How many of y'all don't know about them? Those are people set up by France to come in the rule. And when they were going to actually be charged in criminal for their criminal action, you ain't gonna believe where they went to. They went back to France. Because they give you your leaders. See, anytime you've taken and got anything, they always gave it to you. Because they control your decisions. Let's look at something. Yahuah. They're going to call it Matthew. His name is Yahuah. See, this is what I believe. When people sit down, you can't probably disperse them information about our book unless you get them to look at real life. Y'all got me? If this don't factor out to how things actually operate and where you're living in and what you're dealing with, I don't see how it's going to help you. I don't need to hear about places I don't know and I can't spell. I need to know about how exactly does this work concerning me. This is the book of Yahuah, chapter 27. 27, drop down about 14. Other brother, give me the book of Marshali. They're going to call it Proverbs. Marshali. All Marshali means byword or adage. They'll tell you that's what a proverb is, a saying. So don't get thrown because you hear, see, unlike them with neo-colonialism, using words you don't know and you don't understand, that's a detriment to our people. They're being like, you can't afford to sit down and let white people say nothing that's over your head. Because you'll sit back and so you don't look stupid. You say, he know you're stupid. You know what looks stupid? I'm the type of person who want to know, what did you just say? I can't believe that dummy asked that question. They used to teach us it wasn't a dumb thing to ask or answer. It's dumb to sit there and don't ask and you don't know. That's what why is it we hadn't caught on to that? White people won't let you. If I say something, they'll say, what you going to do? I say, I got you. Come here for a second. You going to tell me you getting ready to go to service. I'm going to ask you, what you doing today? We finna go shopping. What you going to do? Go to service. What kind of service? What's it called? What's the service called? What is it called? You asking me? Okay, let's take a break. You know what? I usually too early. Don't worry. Leah, take your time. He said, what is it called? He said the cola club. Think about it. Come on. I'm trying. Anything don't involve money. Fine. He said, I almost said church. It's too much cola club. How you doing today? Listen, I'm getting ready to go shopping. I want to see if you want to go with me. You about to go to service? What kind of service? Service of Elohim. What's it called? It's called the service called. Come on, son. Don't worry about it, son. Come, Cannon, can you help me? You think you can? Let's see. I need help! Right, how you doing, good man? Hold on. Example number 3, take 3, action. All right, here we go. Hey, how you doing? Listen, I'm getting ready to go shopping. I was trying to see if you want to go with me. You got to go to service. What kind of service? Shabbat. Oh, okay. White people say, hold on for a minute. Shabbat, what is that? White people ask. Black people, because we stupid, we won't ask because you don't want to look stupid and ask. White people want to know. You tell a white person you say you're a Jew, they're going to stop. What? So how you doing, you good Christian brother? Huh? No, sir. What? Yeah. Y'all what? What is that? Because they're going to want to know. See, they don't look stupid. They say, if you don't mind, I'm asking because I want to know. We sat back and don't know, and we're afraid as long as we do, and you still left in the blind. Now, these white people, that white person that played, that I'm playing or portraying, that asked these questions, because I'm going to shoot it back to some more and see if they know. And they're going to fake the one that don't know, and I'm going to know you don't know. And you've been doing this so long, just like people going to church. People don't know why they go. Come on, mama and them went, and they mama and them went, and they did. You need to know what you're doing. Because people are going to play on your intelligence. People work, there's money made off of what you don't know. Y'all hear me? More money is made off of what you don't know than what you do know. These people show you graphs and charts you can't possibly read. You understand that? You understand that? And he started putting numbers over him. Now, how do you know that 40% from now? Because that's what he told you. That's what he told you. You don't understand this. He drew this and made this up and told you what he wanted to tell you. And you just follow along because you don't know how to think. You don't know how to question. What do you get your averages? Based on what? Well, the average person today believes, where are these numbers based? You know what? They will base an average off of 10 people. They will base listen, how many of y'all remember Family Feud? Beautiful. That's how they get you. They got answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is it, about 6 of them? All these going to be based off 100 people. 100%. The majority of that 100 is number 1, which probably is like 50. Number 2 might be based off of 30. The rest of these dummies, I just probably got about 10 or so off of them. And you sit around, Cone know the time. How I missed it. Because I ain't dumb as these other 50. 50 more didn't get it either. You made an answer off of 100 people, and that is right because 50 of them said it? And then you say you the dummy. Who are these 100 dumb people you ask? And I'm sitting back watching, trying to see if I can think like them. Who is them? Who are they? What makes what they said right? We get used a lot. We get all these shorties smarter than a 5th grader. I'll show that little bastard. Let me ask them a question. So get your behind up in the morning and go to work. Bring back some of these. Get your behind up and go get some of these. I see what you know. You're going to question them on something they already know. You're not getting no average 5th grade and bringing them. You're bringing 5th grade as a 5th grade question. Why would I know 5th grade? I'm a grown man. It's like child. When I was a child, guess what I did? I thought like a child. I act like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, guess what I did? I couldn't keep holding on nothing in 5th grade. Why am I sitting here being challenged against a 5th grade? This insults my intelligence. See how they program your thinking? Now, guess what you finna do? You finna see if you can start thinking like a 5th grader. I got grown men that are trying to think and reason and make rationality of a 5th grader. I got to go back and study to be a 5th grader. What's the chance that you're going to be a 5th grader again? How many 5th grade situations do you deal with in life? But you see how they program our thinking? Yahuah 27:14. Other one will give me Mashali, chapter 1, verse 7. Y'all all right today?
I'm all right.
Listen.
And he answered him to never a debar, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly.
See that? That's what you got to look at. Sometimes you got to learn when to answer. It don't make it dumb because you don't say, you're going to sit there and look like you stupid, but he marveled at the fact that he didn't answer. See, the average person they look at, as soon as you ask them something, they're so stupid, they don't think. You just shoot stuff out your mouth. But with him, he looked and decided, I just refuse to answer. See, he put you up, you're going to go with what the crowd say, you're going to go with other influencers say, the next thing you know, you're going to give them exactly what they want, versus come up and be original and have your own idea. Why do you think he marveled? Why would he marvel? You would think a lot of people wouldn't say no when they asked something, wouldn't it? He looked at, I don't owe you nothing. I don't have to reply to what you're saying. That doesn't make me stupid. I just choose to make a self-determination opinion of my own versus what everybody just does. Y'all got me? Listen.
Now, at that Muhadi, the governor was
For those of y'all watching Muhadi. Muhadi. Which is going to be at the feast. Or another word you can use is Kagi for a feast. A festival. They ain't right, y'all in trouble. Huh? Oh, a Y on Kagi, I'm sorry. It's a Y on Kagi. See, unlike these people, I want to make sure you know what we're saying. You can't afford it. Don't let nobody do that to you anymore. What did you say? Because in order for me to get a real comprehension, I didn't know what you said. I didn't know what does it mean. That's how I can make a determination. I can sit here and see, does it fit my idea? You got me? People giving you an idea. Y'all got me? Either it's influencing or it's counseling it. So I need to know what you said so I can make a determination to say, I was thinking something else, counsel that. I was thinking something, and that goes along with my, I'll put it in my repertoire. It goes along with my idea. You got me? Think for yourself. These are ideas. That's what you're going to take and you're going to formulate it. And you're going to sit down and decide whether or not you're going to make them true. Y'all got me? Truth are what you want to stand on. Truth can be proven. Y'all got me? At one point or another, your ideas have to turn to truth where it can be proven because you need to be able to substantiate and you got to be able to stand. I'm standing on what I got. Y'all got me? I have confidence in what I got. You can't afford to just have a whole lot of ideas going on. At some point, you got to get them, formulate them, and you got to compact them, and you got to form true. Meaning you got to test them. I got to test them against other things that are out here so I can make sure it's a truth. Once it's been tested, it's been proven, I said, I can take that, and I take these ideas, I can formulate, I can build me a foundation. With that foundation, then I can start putting me a structure up. Y'all got me? Okay, let's see. Listen.
The governor was wont to release unto the people a prisoner whom they would.
He desired to release unto them a prisoner whom they wanted. Listen.
And they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas.
Yes.
Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, Whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Yahushua, which is called the Mashiach?
Yeah.
For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. When he was set down on the judgment seat, his Nashim sent unto him, saying,
which is his wife, Nashim, would be the word for wife or women. Woman. Nashim. Nashim. Listen.
Have thou nothing to do with that Sadak Ish, for I have suffered many things this Yom in a dream because of him.
Which makes sense for us. Y'all speak it once, yea, twice, but man, in a what? In a dream. In visions of the night when deep sleep falls upon men, then he opened their ears and sealed their instruction that he can hide pride far from men. And you don't believe what else he tried to do. He wanted to withdraw them from their purpose. See, what these people were setting themselves up for, they didn't realize he was speaking to them because he was trying to turn them. I'm trying to get you to stop doing what you're doing. That's the purpose of having a watchman. See, the problem you have with people now, they're insufficient as leaders because they see the horrors, they see the disaster that's falling on the people, but they don't have a concern because we deal with, once again, the sheep are not theirs. See, the attachment that I have to you guys in doing my job, it's attached on my salvation. You know, you have teachers walk in. I'm going to walk in with the teacher. Y'all just going to be talking in the class. Come on. Hey, I got mine. Y'all can sit here and be stupid. See, there's no attachment. Even school systems started changing that. Because teachers sat back. Listen, y'all talk. I'm trying to do my, go ahead and talk. I can sit down on it. Because I got mine. While y'all sitting in here playing and talking, you're the one losing. You're hurting. But see, they're not looking at what the school system came in. They started looking at, I've got to start attaching your work to you. When too many fail, it's going to reflect on your job. When there's too many that don't meet a certain average, it's going to reflect on your bonus and could even result in termination. Now I got something to drive and say, hey, y'all talking. Hey, we're not having this. We got to learn. This is a learning institution. You can't handle learn. I'm going to make sure you learn. See, you got to start getting where some people got connection. People don't have connection to these people. So it's got to be something that's going to be a benefit. Y'all got me? There got to be some penance, some severity to make you attach. If I got mine, let's just be honest. Why would I care whether you get yours? Unless there's an attachment. Y'all got me? See, everybody learns from him. In order to get teachers to get in here and look at, I got to get so many of them to pass, or else I'm in trouble. With me, I got to make sure that I do my job regardless of what the circumstances are or situation. Because it's all dependent upon me keeping my job. My soul is attached to it. And that's the same mindset I want to make sure that we all realize. I have something in this. You have something in this. You need it and I need it. So we work together to make sure we get a real grasp of what we're doing. Let's see what happened. Come on.
But the Rosh Kohan and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahusha.
Yeah.
The governor answered and said unto them,
What did he say?
Whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you?
Which one of the two that you rather I release unto you? Come on.
They said, Barabbas.
And what happened?
Pilate saith unto them, What shall I do then with Yahusha, which is called the Mashiach?
Yeah.
They all say unto him, Let him be crucified. And the governor said, Why? What evil hath he done?
Yes.
But they cried out the more, saying, Let him be crucified.
Yeah.
When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing,
Yeah.
but that rather a tumult was made,
What happened?
he took mem and washed his hands
Which is the word for water, mem. Some say ma'im. Listen.
before the multitude,
Yes.
saying, I am innocent of the blood of this Sadak person.
What he want me to do?
See ye to it.
Listen.
Then answered all the people and said, His blood be on us and on our children.
See, now the danger and detriment is of this, that people sit back and look at where mind control came in. Their decision wasn't based on their own information or their own ideas. They were ideas that had been influxed from leadership. And yet they set somebody else up to do their dirty work. Same way you'll get the Jakes, the loans, the dollars, all of them will do. These people are the people that influence the opinion of the people. They'll use the government to sit back and look like the government is doing their job and get you to agree that their actions are right. See, all this stuff, these people watch and they learn from us. They get a man that sit here and make judgment, and then they'll get a panel of people that they'll call a jury, and then the jury has decided. So he feels that he's innocent. See, a lot of decisions that you've made about people and things have been based on what other people have told you. They haven't actually been based on opinions, even thoughts you had about yourself, even from creation. That everything started white. Everything started from black. There's nothing that started from white. Even from creation, it was kashak, which is dark. It was always dark. Illumination came from darkness. Let's see what he told us. Yahuah, chapter 4. Let me see about 4 and 8. Let's see what that says. Had I brought a script, this would be a lot easier. Listen.
Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all kingdoms of the Arats, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Yahusha unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship Yahuah thy Elohim, and him only shalt thou serve.
On Kagi, y'all, there's only one G. One Gamal. They'll say G, but it's actually the Gamal. I apologize. Kagi. Listen.
Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, Malachi came and ministered unto him.
Listen.
Now when Yahusha had heard that Yochanan was cast into prison, he departed into Galilee.
Listen.
And leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the sea coast, in the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali.
Listen.
That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Yeshayahu the Nabbah.
So it can be fulfilled, what was spoken by Yeshayahu the Nabbah, not prophet. A prophet is someone that soothsayers for God. A soothsayer is somebody that practices witchcraft. See, they're giving you words inside the book because they get your mind not thinking. They need you to pronounce, say, and to believe what they're giving you. Again, they're introducing an idea. That's why you don't have a problem when you watch movies with people doing soothsaying and witchcraft, the devil's advocate. Why would I want to watch somebody that's an advocate for the devil? White people say, I tell you, hold on for a minute, for a second. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Why would you? He's not playing. That's the only thing about white people tell you that. Yeah, that sounds like an educated statement. I'm going to play. That's all white people been doing. I said, playing with us. When they gave you Christian antics, they were playing with you. That's all you've been doing your whole life. Well, it's a game. That's why your life don't matter. See, white people have to effectuate things in order for them to feel better about themselves when they do stuff to you. How you'll say, how could somebody take something, a human being, hang it, kill it, butcher it, and drag it, and dismember it? First of all, I don't believe you're a real human. How many of my girls in here grew up with dolls? How many of y'all dolls lost their head? How many of y'all dolls would get on the ground and get drugged? It was a doll. It wasn't real. And if you cried about it, some parents said, you better shut up that stuff. There ain't nothing real. It's a toy. Well, that's what white people tell themselves when they do stuff to you. See, you got a lot of yourself to do what you're doing. See, I can't look at a white baby and tell myself that's not nothing, that's a toy I can take, I can kill. That's a human being. That's a human being. But white people don't do that. See, they got to build up this in their mind. Everyone don't like you. I just don't like you. You ugly, you stink, you nasty. You want to rape white women. See, all this I'm putting is to justify what I'm getting ready to do to him. I'm finna do some hurt to you. And I put in my mind and frame all these things. I can't even smell this man. He's not ugly, he just don't look like me. But I got to tell myself, then I got to go what I've been told. All black men want is white women's. White women's. They don't want one, they want women's, plural. Is it that many to go around? That we all get women's? But in order to do what they do, they got to lie to themselves. They got to factuate a story that feels as though, so that way when they do it, I didn't do nothing wrong. I was saving my race. Sound familiar? Because I've influxed myself with so many lies. I put so many wrong antics in my mind to justify myself. That's how they do it. See, what I do, I dispel their lies. Do you know that for an actual fact, or that's what they told you? Y'all got me? See, you got to start holding people the truth and stop letting people just tell you in and everything. White people are programmed just like us. Some of the people that hate you don't know you. If they got to sit down and deal with you, they realize, I ain't got no problem with you. Somebody lied to me about you. You don't want nothing from me. The average of us that got stability, we'd rather go and make. I don't want you to give me nothing. So I take it, that's your problem. You've been taking all your life. We were set up to be people that make, create. In Barashit, chapter 1, they'll call it Genesis. It'll say, in the beginning, God created, but it actually said, at the bottom. Similar. Some of this had to be corrected. Pick me up at 1:16. Barashit 1:26. I don't get me that Genesis, they call it Genesis 1. Genesis 1:1 is what they'll call it. It's actually called Barashit. Barashit. Brashyth. The reason you'll find we're going to read from this way. They taught you to go this way, which means when white people taught you, they started out wrong. We actually read from right to left. But they got a name for it. You ain't going to believe what you call it. It's called dyslexic. It's called dyslexic. See, when white people got you, they tried to train and realize something. You about the stupidest thing I ever seen, Megan. Gal, you supposed to be reading this way. Why in the world you keep coming this way? He broke your discipline, then he diagnosed you. Why y'all think so many of us on medication? Who diagnosed you? White people. White people told you had diabetes, they had cancer. Yeah, if you overdo anything, you're going to get sick. It could be something good. Eat too many apples. Eat too many oranges. Eat too much candy. Eat too much of anything is going to do some type of damage. They've trained you that an average blood pressure was, but all I know, your top number is not bad. You can get this high, but this is what they told you was an average. As soon as you started getting here, white people said, really, if you look at it, it's really like 71. Well, see, you ain't going to never get to what white people want you at. All of these are based off of white people and white people genes. First of all, you're going to deal with how we built and the stress level that we have just as being a people of color. Okay. For those that carry babies, it's so important with your emotions and where you're at when you're carrying a baby. You ain't going to believe what'll happen. Because the baby, if you're a sad person doing pregnancy, you're typically going to have a whiny, crying baby because the baby's going to eat from the mother. It's going to take even from her emotions. That's why he said, try to keep in happy places, happy thoughts. You try to read, because that child is going to be nurtured from the mother. Y'all got me? The father's going to come and help cultivate that situation. So now they're going to look at, your mother been under a lot of stress. They've stressed our women, and they put that stress on us, and we've taken it home and we've stressed them, which in turn going to put it on the baby, and we've been a generation of people, 128 just don't really fit us. We might be closer to 140. 140. I'll scratch that. 140 over 92. Come here for a second. Tell me what you got. Mm-hmm. Sit down. I want to talk to you about, I'm going to prescribe you something I want you to take right here, just a light pill, 10 milligrams. That's all. Just take this and start it. He can't even read it. He said a 10 M, and it's some, he ain't going to never be able to spell it in his life. I don't know why they let, that's colonialism if you really look at it. I'm a doctor. And this is done to program. Now, this is put something in his mind. A white man has come and checked him through a system that said he don't fit this system, and they need him to get him in the system, so they need to medicate. This medication is going to cause him more problems. It's even going to play on his mind if he got to take it. I'm going to need you to take one of these a day. We built high-stress people. 140 over 92 ain't bad. You never tell they go about how you feel. That's just as much as you're going to try to put me out of weight. You're going to tell me at 6'1", I need to be weighing like 172. Now I can't hold my drawers up at 172. I ain't got on no mediums. But they keep trying to give you stuff and telling you certain things are happening. They are based on white ideals. And now you know where the whole problem becomes? The stress that he's got to look at. He's here, and he needs to be here. And because he's here, something's going to happen to him. Yeah, if you keep believing it, as a man thinking, so is he. He thinks something's going to happen to him. He believes something's going to happen to him. See, they've been playing with you your whole life. They've told you and programmed you that all these things happen. Wait, what do you think happened? Listen, they'll tell you that if you're sick, your blood pressure going to change. If you got a headache, your blood pressure going to change. You say, well, I need something for that. No, it's just because of that the reason why. White people headache does. That's why I'm here. White people's system stress me out. That's why I'm here. Y'all got me? Look at your current situation, and then look at the fact that what you're trying to battle and what you're trying to overcome and not succumb to. You succumb to the mindset of being a sinner, a transgressor. Versus you're going to break that mindset and get a mind on being saved, setting yourself in position to break away from that. That's going to be stress because people around you are going to try to influence your decision. People around you are going to try to hamper what you're trying to do. You got me? And that's going to cause a stress level. How do you feel? The main thing we got to focus on and focus on first is our salvation. Now, we're going to look at something. Genesis 1:1, they call it, but it's Barashit. Listen.
Barashit, bara Elohim.
Well, we'll read it the way they call it, and we'll get it. Let them hear what they said. Listen what they told you.
In the beginning.
Listen what they told you. In the beginning.
God created the heaven and the earth.
And what happened?
And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Now, what he would have told you from our language was Barashit, which he would have told you in the beginning. Bara. This shouldn't be here, this H. Again, this is adage. Got that from somebody else was wrong. Bara. Bara means created. Who did? All Ahim, which would mean the mighty one. His sign. Meaning, when in the beginning, when he created, who was Elohim who did it, a sign. Where did he put his sign? He put it in the Shamayim, which means in the heavens, as they would say. So we're learning that in the beginning, created Elohim, his sign in the Shamayim. That's why he told us something. Let's see what happened, if you would, in the book of Yahuah, chapter 9, verse 6. And see, this will look complicated because people won't take time to tell us. See, it's money made off of charging you to teach you something that's already in your behavior. And you need to know this because this makes a difference on how you project and how you deal with situations. See, they've been just telling you something, but they hadn't given you the significance. You heard in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, and they just roll. You don't pay attention. No, in the beginning, created. Then it wants you to know who did it. The mighty one did it. A mighty one did it. And when the mighty one created, he created his sign. See, they asked the question. For those of us that are the people of Elohim, you're not going to believe we're supposed to look for. We seek a sign. You've heard these statements in the writings, but you didn't understand it. Because I need to know that in knowing him. I need to know who did it. What's the significance that when he created, he put his sign in the Shamayim. He put a sign in the earth, which is going to be the Aras. Z, again, somebody who claimed they knew what they were doing. But that's fine. It got us started. Aras. The word for what they would call earth. Aras. A-Z. I'm sorry, A-R-A-T-S. Okay? Now listen. Now, he told us in the beginning that God created the heavens and the earth was void and without form. He needs you to know when he created, he put a sign there. Let's see what he told us. This is the book of Yeshayahu. They're going to call it Isaiah. The name is actually called Yeshayahu. That's called, and the meaning of that name means salvation of Yahuah. See, the name has meaning. Salvation of Yahuah. So when Moshe brought the people out and they stood at the waters and he divided, he told them to do something. Who know what it was? Stand still. And you know what they were going to do? And see the salvation of Yahuah. And seeing the salvation of Yahuah, they had to see his sign. They were going to have to see his sign. Now, what I'm saying, I can prove. Y'all got me? But see, that's why it's important for you to know this, because when we go over different things and we start to recount different things, you need to know this information so you can see how valid it is for you. Y'all got me? It's part of proof of your belief. You're people can't just tell you something. We seek a sign. We seek a sign. Let's see what he told you.
For unto us.
See that? For unto who?
Us.
Us.
A child is born.
Ain't that beautiful? Unto us. Isaiah, as he called it, 9:6. Yeshayahu. Unto us a child
is born.
Pay attention to this.
Unto us.
A who?
Ben is given.
Ben is the word for Ben. It's actually spelled B-N, not B-E-N. Ben. So he told you, unto us a child is born. Unto us
a Ben is given.
A son is given. Now pay attention. In the beginning, created the mighty one, his sign, in the Shamayim, which they'll say the heavens. I say he created his son. Now, this 1:26, Barashit. And we're going to finish, I want to finish up that 4 too, the 4th chapter book of Yahuah. Barashit, what I gave y'all 1 and 1. Barashit. $126. Listen. Y'all want to get me, go ahead.
And Elohim said, let us make Ish in our image.
So that Ish, which is the Abari word for man, singular man. Ish. This is the Abari word for man when you're dealing with singular man. Ish. Listen. Ooh.
After our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the arats, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the arats.
And what happened?
So Elohim created Ish in his own image. In the image of Elohim created he him, male and female created he them.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. You want to get me Allah Shamut. They're going to call this Exodus. Exodus means going out. That's white people. That's what Exodus means. Allah Shamut means, and these were the names. The Exodus they gave you does not mean what they told you. It means, and these were the names. Allah Shamut, chapter 13. 13, let me see what 13 and 11 says. Allah Shamut. Other one will get me Yahuah. Yahuah. 52 and 10. I'm going to get me Ukanan, 19 and 19. And we'll work it out for now. Now, we're going to look at something. Let's look at this Yahuah 4 and 8 first. Finish this up. What verse we left out? Yahuah chapter 4. What verse we left? 10? 9, 10?
14.
14? All right, Yahuah chapter 4 at verse 14. Listen.
That it might be fulfilled.
So that it might be fulfilled.
Which was spoken by Yashayahu the Nabar, saying, the land of Zabulon and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles, the people which sat in Kashak saw great Ahura, and to them which sat in the region and shadow of death, Ahura is sprung up.
The word that he used, order, means light. Order, it means light. You would spell it A-U-R, order. Now, writings, it will actually say order. You won't get the word light. So now we're looking at the sun, the S-O-N, as they would call it, the men. That's where we get light from. Y'all got me? Now, we just told you that light sprang from darkness. He just told you that the people that sat in darkness saw a great light. And those that sat in the region of the shadows of death, light had sprung up to them, showing you that light sprang from darkness. White people will teach you that light sprang from light. They've told you that your dark skin was cursed. Your dark skin was wrong. They've always given you wrong depictions of yourself. Because, again, these are ideals. They're the wrong ideals. And these ideals are you begin to connect yourself to, and they hinder you when it comes down to the plan of salvation. Part of the thing that I found with one of my faults with looking at, I was black. For me, it played a part of me as a Christian. I don't know about any of y'all. Because I was told about the Jews, the white people, and those were God people, and God was going to get his people, and then everybody else was Gentiles. You say, I'm trying to say exactly why I fit, because when you read in the book of Kazum, they call Revelation, he said that he told Yahuah clearly to take a rod and measure the city, and told him, don't worry about the outside, it's for the Gentiles. So according to what white people told me, I was a Gentile. So how was I going to get in? I still worked. But I had to work with the concept of you ain't going to be in. Somebody said, well, they'll be in the inner kingdom, we'll be in the outer kingdom, and we'll be planting and growing corn for the crackers. So I said, we're leaving one slave situation for another. But then it fit. I said, nigga ain't never going to. But I mean, this all self. You don't let it come out your mouth. You don't question. I was taught you never question. I'm like, but I wasn't mad because I looked at it just doesn't seem like or seem right for us to control or have anything. That's how bad white people ideals are. Come on now. It just seemed right two white candidates to run for president and somebody black. You see a black, you already said what? He don't win. What that coon doing up there? That monkey don't even look right up there. It just look right when white people do it. That's because you bought a bad idea. And that idea been based upon, they've told you or showed you that white was right. But you hadn't paid attention that white has always had somebody black back there to orchestrate for them. They've always had somebody black back there to delegate for them. They hid and kept them in the dark. When the white master had that plantation, he would have failed without the help of blacks that were in there to suggest, in there to give him progress, to let him know how things are. That cracker didn't know how to grow and pluck and plug and how to plug nothing. We taught that cracker everything he knew. Historical fact, when we ran into the white man had feces on his body. He did not even know how to bathe himself. We gave them that. They got it from us. Even when we dealt with Mizraim, there was always a culture of us about us washing ourselves. Washing was purifying. White people ain't taught us nothing. White people took and learned, they gave it back to you. Come here for a minute. Come here, African. You don't bow down, you don't be looking up there. You don't look like an African, you don't be looking up, you see something. Oh, as you can see the native, he sees something now. The monkey is up the tree, and right now he's thinking, go. He's saying that and you're just like, wow, how white people just know that. They come, learn what you do, you expound all your information. Now he come back and he teaches it to you. Everything you've done, you've learned, you showed him, he's taken back and thrown it in your face. Then he come and calls you a disciple. How am I a disciple if I'm the teacher? A Methodist is one that's a learner, a disciple, a follower. That's what he does. He makes you a disciple. He comes, he leads you now with your own information. That's our detriment. That's part of our detriment. Not seeing ourselves in a better light has really hurt us. It hurts us. Every time you sit in a Sunday church, he's made a fool out of you. When you sit among these Hebrew, they come and they teach you Yiddish. They've influxed you with so much bad information that when right information comes, it looks wrong. It just doesn't seem possible that something good can come from something dark. It doesn't seem like the ability would be there unless we go and we learn from some so-called higher white institution. Institutions are also prisons. Because when a man gets out of prison, you won't believe they'll say he's been institutionalized. How many years did you do in prison, institution? 7. How many of y'all have gone to school and got a degree? How many of y'all have gone back and got a master's? How many years would that take? About 6 years? Typically 6? Yeah. That's right, the same much time you did. So basically you've done time in an institution. And you paid for it. So you paid your debt to society. You're paying for it. You see how they get us? Why would you associate me going and getting a degree with somebody that's been in prison? It's about programming. And you ain't going to believe what we have in colleges. We have programs. You know what you need to get yourself into? A program. Y'all know how important it is to get in a program? So you can be programmed. Because they know when certain things come, you're going to bat it down. Because it don't go with what we taught you. I train you and you leave here. You know what you need to know. And nobody can take. Listen, they can beat on your body. They can steal your car. They can rob you of every dime you got. But they can never take away that information we gave. And that's the dangerous part. Because now you're going to fight. Let me steal your car. And that's how you need to get around and get a job and get free. Let me take your money. That's what you need to pay your bill. And you talking about, but I got my education. You know Ryan broke dumb nigga. Don't you let about make no fool. I ain't letting you get my car, nigga. Take that degree on. I'm paying for it. I owe for it anyway. I need my car to get around. See, how many of y'all heard them statements before? And you buy into, you see, again, they sold you an idea to battle and fight, lose everything you got. But don't ever let nobody take away that education from you. Because I used that to program you. I used that, I gave you that because you're going to block reality. You're gonna block commonality. What makes sense because you have education and nobody can take that away from you. Why do you think I kept you in there so long? His time he said I'd done a 7 years old course. That was due to them saying, based on what you did, it should take this amount of time to break that psychosis. It took these guys 6 years to get programmed to do what they're doing. Some of you 4. It's all depending on what you're trying to do. The more that you want to do in this society, you'll need some more programs. Then you'll need some certs. Because your breath going to stink. If you plan on doing a lot, get some certs. Every now and then they get you because it came all these certificates. They didn't have it years ago. You had to go back to full school. Now they got certs they can give you. Denting. You got all little stuff you can just pick up, little side stuff you can get if you ain't trying to go back. Just get you a bunch of certs. They just keep messing you up and keep programming you, and you can't think. You have to turn and learn how to take this man education, his situation he giving you, and change your situation. Y'all got me? There's a lot we've learned from other people when we was in captivity, and we took the things that were good, but the bad we got rid of. We learned embalming from Mizraim, who they call the Egyptians, versus what we learned from Cracker, dig a hole and throw it down in the bottom of it and stick a stone on top of it. That's the same thing they did to Yahuah to keep him out. White people always trying to stick you somewhere. We didn't ever dig no holes and put no people. We got that from these crackers. We buried in tombs. Just like we learned a lot of that practices where our father Abraham, he bought a mountain, he buried Sarah in the mountain. When we were set in Mizraim, they built pyramids. Obelisks, they'll call them. They still build them here. And watch, you'll see, ain't nothing but an obelisk, ain't nothing but a pyramid. Get to the top, just one at the top. We learned a lot from other people, but we learned to dispel the bad. You can't keep every behavior you learn. Just like when you eat, there's no way. You have to work just like your digestive system. If you hold something bad, it's going to hurt you. Your digestive system, there's a problem. Your body is set when you put the right foods in it to take what it needs, the rest of it squeezes out. It becomes a problem when your body starts to hold the bad. It's going to show. It's going to affect you. Y'all hear me? So that's what we got to learn how to do. You got to learn how to take the good, dispel the bad. You need to know this man's stuff, just so you know just how he mind alters you with it. You got me? Once you learn and you see how many lies he packed that he's giving you and he's tricked you with, now you come and you see truth. This is the only thing to free you now. Now we're going to come back and free you with information. Bad information what got you captive. Good information what's going to bring you back out. Now we're looking at, I told you how light sprang from darkness. Now we start to look at a couple of behaviors. All our shamut, that they'll call Exodus 13 and 11. I'll see if it's 10 and 11 is what I want. I'll get that and see. Let's see what happens. All our shamut. 13 and 11. Listen.
And it shall be when Yahuah shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, as he sware unto thee and to thy Abba, and shall give it thee, that thou shalt set apart unto Yahuah all that openeth the matrix, and every firstling that cometh of a beast which thou hast, the males shall be Yahuah. And every firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb, and if thou wilt not redeem it,
tell him what you do.
Then thou shalt break his neck.
I've been telling people that. There's a lot of people shouldn't even be living. Your mama knew when you came out, she knew you was an ass. She should have broke your neck. See, had they had the proper teacher, a lot of people wouldn't be here today. Listen.
And all the firstborn of Ish among thy Beni shalt thou redeem, and it shall be when thy Ben asketh thee in time to come, saying, What is this? That thou shalt say unto him, By strength of hand Yahuah brought us out from Mizraim, from the house of bondage.
Yes.
And it came to pass, when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that Yahuah slew all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim, both
See what 13 and 11 says. See 13 and 10. Should have they brought them out when they were crossing the Red Sea. I want 13 and 10. I want to read down.
That's where I started at.
14. It's verse 18. All right, keep reading.
And it came to pass when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that Yahuah slew all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim, both the firstborn of Ish and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to Yahuah all that openeth the matrix, being male, but all the firstborn of my Beni I redeem. And it shall be for a token upon thine hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes.
That token is for a sign. You are dealing with signs again. Listen.
For by strength of hand Yahuah brought us forth out of Mizraim, and it came to pass when Pharaoh had let the people go, that Elohim led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For Elohim said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Mizraim.
Sometimes you wonder why you don't get the things quicker. Because of simple fact, he know why it takes time to get to where we are. A lot of y'all, like I told you before, had you came and met when we first started off, well, if you came in now, coming from Christian antics and hearing what we said, you'd have fainted. We're at a time where we getting ready to see war. He realized eventually they were going to have to fight, but he brought them through an easier way. He realized, because if they seen war at the beginning of their departure, first thing they did was turn and go back. They'd have fainted. A lot of times people try to sit around and speculate, and it causes them to hesitate. Everything Yahuah do is perfect. I ain't got no problem with nothing Yahuah doing, how much time it takes him to do it. He know what it takes to get you where you got to go. Y'all hear me? If you're going to get longevity, it's going to take maturity to do that. You don't get longevity for no short term of doing nothing. Longevity going to come from maturity. It's going to come over time. And a lot of times people question, why we couldn't have known all this? Well, you know it now what you're doing with it. So you're right there. What you going to do with more? He told you men don't commit more to them that slack in the least. You got to be faithful in in order to get more. Come on.
But Elohim led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Yasharal went up harnessed out of the land of Mizraim. And Mushah took the bones of Yahusuf with him, for he had straitly sworn the Beni of Yasharal, saying, Elohim will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you.
Come on.
And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham in the edge of the wilderness. And Yahuah went before them by Yum in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them Ahura to go by Yum and night. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by Yum, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. Chapter 14.
Come on.
And Yahuah spake unto Mushah, saying, speak unto the Beni of Yasharal, that they turn and encamp before Pihahiroth, between Migdal and the sea, over against Beelzebon. Before it shall ye encamp by the sea, for Pharaoh will say of the Beni of Yasharal, they are entangled in the land, the wilderness hath shut them in. I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his host, that the Mizraim may know that I am Yahuah. And they did so.
See, a lot of times, again, when you're looking, he has a different purpose than what you have. He looked at, not only am I going to free you, at the same time, I'm going to get me honor. See, and my deliverance of you is also going to get me honor. See, a lot of times people think they trapped you or they got you, and here they think they're going to help and they're going to hold you up. But the whole time they realize he let them go that way because he knew I put something in this man's heart and this man's mind that he'll come. He will pursue because he will assume that you're entangled inside of the wilderness. And when he does, I'm going to get me honor upon him. When I take him down and all his hosts, then the Mizraim, the other people. Now, what you think it's going to cause them to do? It's going to cause these Gentiles. He told you in him the Gentiles are going to trust. Gentiles are just only meaning other nations that are not of the Yahudim, that are not of the Abari. Y'all got me? Not Hebrew. Abari is the word you're looking for. Abari. Now, this word Abari is the terminology we use for Abraham. Abraham, when it tells you in the 14th chapter of the book of Bereshit that they call Genesis, it'll say, and it was told unto Abraham, pick me up 14:11, Bereshit. There's a conclusion. See, this is what hurts us. When you recite and say things, you want to know the meaning for yourself. This is how white people got you. They gave you we don't know nothing about no Jesus. I don't know nothing about no Latin pig. I don't even eat pork. They gave you something that they infatuated. White people can tell me, and I'm going to read, let me see. A white man told me, how many of y'all know that a white man gave you Jesus? Okay. What is a white man going to put for a definition? Who wrote the definition for a white man? What is he going to call it? When has he ever let you give a definition to something? When have you ever been called on to define a word for them? He defines your words at will. It doesn't make sense. Don't tell me about no transliterated. They've been playing with you. Jesus is not no translator. Kim Jong-un, translated. Give me the meaning of it. But Vladimir Putin, translated, transliterated for me. Everywhere you go, his name is Putin. Now, how in the world this man can't keep his name? What letting crackers make a fool out of you? Queen Elizabeth, transliterated. Other than, Bulldagger, I saw that one guy. You got me on that one. Bulldagger cracker. Y'all hear me? Shoot. I got more nuts than plain M&M. Now, let me tell y'all something. And you know they ain't got none. But that's not her testimony. Listen. Again, stop letting people make a fool out of you. Because white people put a definition, you can write a lot like you tell one. Everything he gave you, you remember, he's giving you a transliterated book that he claims he translated, which is a lie. King James and the people that were the authoritarians at that time to translate what they call the King James Version did not translate from the original writings. They were translating from the Great Bible, who all translated. These folk were followers of William Tinsdale, who was a follower of Martin Luther, not Cain. Only Cain I know is Elvis. White power. Now we got to start looking at what people have been telling you. You've been sitting down and said, I did it. I did it. That's why I'm complaining about it. Because you keep taking what white people told you. You hadn't investigated nothing. This is the 14th chapter book about a sheep. 14, make it a 10. About a sheep, 14 and 10. Listen.
And the vale of Siddim was full of slime pits. And the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled and fell there. And they that remained fled to the mountain. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their victuals and went their way. And they took Lud, Abram's Achizben, Ben, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. And there came one that had escaped, and told Abram the Abari.
See that? But it says in your book, it says the Hebrew, right? See, the problem becomes when you go back and look at Barashit, chapter 10. Remember about verse 20, 21. That got me working. Listen.
Unto Shem also.
Shem. His name is not Shem. Again, anytime you see the E's and I's and J's, you're dealing with Yiddish. You're dealing with white people that came from Germany, that came from over across Europe, and they gave you language. And they changed the letter. Anytime you're dealing with an I or E, a J, or O, you're dealing with Yiddish. You're not dealing with the Abari language. This is how they make a fool out of you. Listen. His name is Shem. S-H-A-M. Not S-H-E-M. That's why Jews will tell you anti-Semitic, which makes no sense. They're trying to tell you that it means, how many of y'all heard anti-Semitic? How many of y'all didn't know what it means or don't know what it means? That means you're against people from Shem. See how white people throw words on you? You'll be saying, so what? I ain't never ate it. I ain't got it. Whatever it is, I ain't got it. He said, I didn't get it. I ain't. But they pay a fool. They try to use these words, they turn around and make a fool. He's saying that you're against. Anti is always against anti-freeze. Y'all got me? So he's trying to say that you're against Shem. That's what I say. We don't question. You just say, you don't know what that cracker just told you. How you against Shem? That's where we from. Come on.
Unto Shem also the Abba of all the children of Eber, the Arki of
See
Japheth.
that? All the children of who? Go ahead.
Eber.
That's not his name. That's the problem. His name is A-B-A-R. Abra. He just gave you E-B-E-R. See, he changed your A and gave you a Yiddish E. So how he play fool with you? And this would be the what? What would this be? The who? Exactly wrong. It'll be the un. It's the un. Because you know what the un gonna stand for? Knowledge, sight, the eye. You need eyes to see. He told you I came to open the blind eyes. The un is there. That's why he would be of the, they would have told Abram the Abari, because this is the seed where he gendered from. That's amazing. Because you call Egypt Mizraim. You called him by his father's name. Well, Abram want to be called by his father's name. Why do you use Mizraim? Because you say he's the father of Egypt. So Abram was going to be called he was going to be called the Abram. Because that's his father. Yeah, Ukanan. I don't know how people go to sleep in here. You get more information you're going to get in your life. These crackers going to kill you later. Again, cracker is not derogatory. It only deals with just what's fact. They the people got the whip. You need to be a cracker. I would like to be a cracker myself. I'm teaching blacks to become crackers. So they keep thinking cracker is bad. No, baby, you need to become a cracker. You the person that cracker keep beating. Ain't that right? Why are you not in control of nothing? Become a cracker. Listen.
Search the scriptures.
What they're going to call John. I'm sorry, they're going to call this Saint John. John, the same one that came on the ship and dominated and killed our people out and claimed he killed some folks he called Indians. Ain't that right? Had sex and had married Pocahontas. They've been poking us ever since we've been here. They always make a fool out. They always say they're going to give you Anglo-Saxon names because white people always want to look. How you going to see bad in white people every time you read the Bible, one their name in there? How you going to really see white people is wrong? They all in the Bible. He ain't going to show you. They show one story of Moses, an original, way back. They had some black folk, slave clothes on. Joker had all, listen, I caught it was going on one time. It scared me to death. That joke, they said, Moses, what are we going to do? I said, well, I'm going to be gone. I ain't going to be able to go with y'all no more. White hair, they had on some cut-off pants. That nigga, I said, they were still slaves. White people hide that from you. They knew that this was way before the charge of Hester. They knew it would let you know crackers know what they're doing. How they going to make a move like that and use all black people? Then tell you, and that don't make sense if they were all white. Let them crackers let me go play Superman. You know them crackers say? No, Superman white. Well, how am I going to let you show me a white man and tell me that he supposed to be Yahushua? It's rolled it. I'm going to go play Abraham Lincoln. I got a beard. Them crackers going to tell me, no, you not, nigga. Everybody know Abraham Lincoln is white. Everybody know that Yahushua is black. They know it. The depiction don't even make sense what they giving you. Let's go with the one they got. Hair white. White. Why is his hair blonde? It ain't even blonde. It's sandy. That show you how cracker play you already. Why wouldn't you at least getting white hair like Santa Claus? They play feet the color of fine brass if it were burned. Explain me how your feet gonna be burned and your legs ain't burnt. Explain me how your legs gonna be burnt and your torso not gonna be burnt. Our white folk have did it, made a fool out of us. When we went to day all in the 8th chapter, 10th chapter, he told us clearly that, pick me up, 10 and 1. I got to dispel all lies. White folks ain't there made a fool ever since we been here. Now they finna get ready to blow the darn place up and we still sit around nigga stupid. y'all understand that we're looking on the virtue of these people finna blow their place up? You have two of the most powerful superpowers that's here. Both of them have ships locked on each other. He's saying that they use chemical weapons, he hitting them again. U.S. Russia had brought their ship out there at America's ship, and they vowed to Syria that they will defend them. Both of these bastards got nuclear. Don't even bother y'all. That's fine. Because one of the ships sitting right down here in Savannah. That don't bother them. Savannah, where you located at? That ain't but 3.5 hours from you, nigga. Ain't no more Atlanta and Florida. Ain't no more Alabama and no South Carolina. You have a Russian ship sitting out here in Savannah. That don't even bother. Y'all here asleep. You was a dumb nigga. We finna go to war, nigga. They just released 59 Tomahawks and just blowed up a Syrian base. You don't think that's the end of it, do you? Iran, all they probably have sworn revenge. I don't blame you. I'll sleep too. I'm going to hell anyway. I wouldn't pay this no attention. You ain't going no how. Man, your soul on like this thing has been nearer than you ever believed. Kim Jong-un already building and shooting off stuff. They can't fight all these people. Come, there's no way you can fight all these. That's retarded. 2 diamonds with news and a probability of killing all of them. One sitting right outside Connecticut. 12 nautical miles outside of Connecticut. Not 1,200. 12 nautical miles sitting outside of Connecticut. What you think of how Connecticut he hit that thing with? He ain't got no shit that we're playing. Got nukes aimed at us. We got nukes aimed at him. How y'all think they're going to go? The book saying, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of person you need to be? You ain't got no time for no junk. You ain't got time for no junk when nobody, wake up, I'm going to stand up. That's going to work. Don't stand up. They finna blow us Savannah, your ass finna be asleep. Get up. Y'all wake up and be right in hell somewhere. Y'all stand your behinds up. That ain't scared of y'all. These people have, do y'all know what a nuclear bomb does? A nuclear plant went off, 1986. Chernobyl, Russia. That's been over 30 years ago. Nothing can live there now. Every animal born in Chernobyl, every animal has radiation. Brand spanking new jet born, can't nothing live there. How many of y'all know this for a fact on my line? 19. How many of y'all didn't even know this? If you get hit, you're going to have to live past 30-something years. There's no way possible. Do you understand all these bastards are devil and all these people got bombs sitting here? This is closer we ever been at war. That stuff we finna do with Cuba was a mess. That was baby compared to what's going on now. This man called emergency meeting with the UN and told these people flat, I will defend Syria. Trump done let them know. He shoots some more, we hit him again. You got 2 ships sitting out here. Do you know how easy it is for it to go off? On top of this, y'all people don't even know that we both are shooting, we're doing military reconnaissance over there. U.S., how many of y'all didn't know this? Of course you don't know it. You ain't supposed to know it. Do you know what has to happen to do when you're doing reconnaissance and you got this many people fighting? Radio communication. Because we flying past it and they kept almost running into each other. You know what they just did? Cut it off. If we run into each other, then that's where it kick off. You got 2 bastards flying planes in a country, and they ain't talking. You know how long they're going to take for one of these 2 ships, for these 2 doing fighter jets to hit up on each other, and that thing you know, somebody said, engage. Y'all understand, it's not going to be no one blower and we come to no conference. They won't be coming down. Where you going when they blow their place up? I'm just curious, where you going to go? How many of y'all going to go back home? How many of you going to go get yourself together when they drop a nuke over here? Everything you have to do got to be done now. The book, it said in the book of Kazum that he said he going to come and he was going to get them that destroyed their wrists. How y'all think that place was going to burn up with fervent heat? Those nuclear weapons going to, do y'all bastards really know what's going to happen? This is inevitable. If it don't happen now, it's going to happen. They're going to drop nukes. It's too far now. He told the man, you've crossed way past a deadline, way over red line, and you just dropped. He didn't shoot one. 59 rockets went over him. 59. Russia said no more. Iran, I'm not standing for it. Now, they telling y'all to get on why. Hezbollah is looking to blow you up now. They're looking to sit here and they're looking to blow you up. Over in Europe, y'all do know in Sweden, they just had one of the bastards just ran a truck through them all. They got other countries that got on. Russia just had the subway blown up for being over in Syria involving themselves. They get ready to come home to you. Malcolm said it. He said, you know, chickens coming home to roost ain't never made me sad. It made me glad. See, now coming back and sitting on their own front step. They've been showing themselves. They've been the patriotic, loving, apple pie bastard that they've never been. They've been the wholesome, good people they've been, and they've been lying. That stuff going on in Syria, a lot that would have never happened had the United States stayed out of it. Dick Cheney, all the other whites they ever had now, they've always wanted Syria. They wanted Syria before they went to Iraq. Y'all so dumb. Y'all don't even know Syria belongs to us. How many of y'all didn't know that? I know none of my business. Syria belongs to us. Aleppo, that city was a city that Dawood had. Palmyra, that was a city that Saluma, who they call Saul, he built that. That was a treasure city. See all that stuff. Damascus, that was ours. That's amazing. That's amazing. Shaul just happened to meet Yahuah. You ain't gonna believe where? On the road to Damascus. Why y'all think these people fight? Those are lands that belong to us. See, this is all coming to work now. Because we've been wondering. He said it was his determination. I'm looking to gather all nations right to the valley of Yehoshaphat. There, I'm going to plead. He said, this is why I can get them all. See, he using us, and they're going to think that they've been entangled in the wilderness and they can't get out. That's going to be their fall. He said, because there, I'll get my honor. That's why I'll get my glory upon these people. See, the Gentiles, these people got to turn. Ain't going to be enough seats here for these people. When these people see what's finna go on, these people realize, God can't save you. If you believe in a God, you ain't believed in nothing. They told you Superman was a God. How you a God and kryptonite kill you? You can't even have sex with Lord Lane. Come on. Nigga can't hold on a job. He come to work late. Nigga leave his clothes in a phone booth. Lose his briefcase every week. Come on, a God? I wouldn't have one. Y'all hear me? We talking about Elohim, a mighty one. These crackers and gave you anyway, it's not going to stand. Jesus not going to protect you, baby. Jesus can't do nothing for these people. And this is what he's going to show them. They can pray and call on Jesus and God. They have failed them. There's only one Elohim, and all these people going to see it. All these people going to see it. Come on, let's see what he said. See that 10 and 1 is what I want. They ain't all 10 and 1. Listen.
In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel.
Daniel said he saw something. Ain't that right? Kazum, vision. It was revealed unto me. Listen what happened.
Whose name was called Belteshazzar.
Yeah.
And the thing was a mot. But the time
the thing was true, but the time
appointed was long.
Yeah.
And he understood the thing and had understanding of the Kazum.
What happened?
In those Yamim, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks.
Yeah.
I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled.
What happened?
And in the 24th Yom of the first moon,
yeah,
as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hiddekel, then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain Ish clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his panim as the appearance of lightning.
Yeah.
And his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms.
His who?
Eyes.
Yeah.
As lamps of fire.
And what else?
His arms.
Yeah.
And his feet like in color to polished brass.
Man got black feet, black arms, and man got a white body. He'll shade off from being a zebra. All white people that did it made a fool out of us. That's all they've done to us, made a fool out of us. All they did is told us lies to sit around and frame us and get us away from Amat. But getting us to awaken and realize this thing is ending. You know, these people not going to teach their people this. They're going to teach these people some happy spring, summer junk, and these people don't even realize this man is getting ready to destroy this place. He's going to use these devils. All these devils are saying, Putin ain't no better than Trump. All of them the same devil. North Korea, anyone you lean with, you're an idiot. All of them the same devil. None of them feel Elohim. None of these people working for him. They working for themselves. Their gods are their bellies. Their glory is their shame, and they do mind things on their rocks. They're so stupid. When you drop a bomb, who you think you're killing? You're going to kill more than your intended target. You drop a nuke, you know how many innocent people are going to be burned and destroyed and babies you're going to lose? You ain't in no position talking about no chemical weapons. Any bomb you sit down is a weapon. What difference it make I blow him up with a bomb? It's got chlorine in it. I blow him up with one. It's got some damn metal particles in it. Oh, I'm innocent. I didn't put no chemicals in it. Dead is dead. Dead is dead. White people play with your emotions. He's wrong. He using chemical. The man been killing people for how long? And that's the only problem? Making much sense that the people walked out on their pastor because he was 3 months pregnant. The fact that he married a man wasn't a problem. The fact he having sex with a man wasn't a problem. The problem became because he was 3 months pregnant. The fact that man been murdering people for over 4 or 5 years ain't been a problem. The fact he used chemical in some weapon, that's a problem. And we cannot stand by for that. Cracker's crazy. Y'all crazy for believing these crackers. You insult my intelligence with that conversation. I can't be dumbed down listening to no fools. You've been killing people. What's the difference? I get hit by this whole building. No chemicals. That's just war. I get hit out here with a chlorine bomb and burn up and disintegrate. We can't have that. That's chemical weapons. What's the difference if I'm dead? Stop letting white people dumb y'all down. Please, y'all. Please stop letting them dumb you down. Oh, that stuff make me so mad. Oh, come in that 14th chapter. We got some point, purpose, and try to get y'all finished out of here. I just want our people to wake up. We're in bad shape. That thing is in it, and where you going to find yourself at? There's no promise of that place now. This place is going to burn up. This place is going to be destroyed. And I'm not praying for him to stop. I'm telling you, it's working out just like he planned it. Those that are going to be saved, they're going to hear and they're going to turn. Those that not, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. That's just the will of Yahuah. All I'm sitting here to do is just warn you and cry it out there. If you hear it, you'll come to it. If you don't, keep doing what you're doing. Listen.
And there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Abari.
No. Allah Shemut 14. They already done learned about who they call Eber. So now you know where Abari comes from. It comes from Abar, not Eber. Who Allah Shemut, the 14th chapter. Where you left off at? Verse 3, 4. He started at 13, then he went into the 14th chapter. 14, I think he left off about 4. Listen.
And I will harden Pharaoh's heart.
Oh, back me up. 3. Listen.
For Pharaoh will say of the Beni of Yasharal, they are entangled in the land. The wilderness hath shut them in.
Yeah.
And I will harden Pharaoh's heart.
Yeah.
And he shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh.
Yeah.
And upon all his host.
Yeah.
That Mizraim may know that I am Yahuah. And they did so.
Listen.
And it was told the king of Mizraim that the people fled. And the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people.
Yeah.
And they said, why have we done this, that we have let Yasharal go from serving us?
Yeah.
And he made ready his chariot, and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Mizraim, and captains over every one of them. And Yahuah hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Mizraim.
Yeah.
And he pursued after the Beni of Yasharal.
Yeah.
And the Beni of Yasharal went out within high hand. But Mizraim pursued after them, and all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea, beside Pihahiroth, before Baal Zephon.
Yeah.
And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the Beni of Yasharal lifted up their eyes, and behold, Mizraim marched after them. And they were sore afraid, and the Beni of Yasharal cried out unto Yahuah.
Yeah.
And they said unto Mashah, because there were no graves in Mizraim, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness?
Yeah.
Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Mizraim?
Yeah.
Is not this the debar that we did tell thee in Mitzrayim?
He said, not this the word we did tell thee in Mizraim, saying,
let us alone,
that we can do what?
that we may serve Mitzrayim.
Listen.
For it had been better for us to serve Mitzrayim
than to do what?
Than that we should die in the wilderness.
That's some of our mindset now. It's better for you to stay a Christian doing antics. It's better for you to sit around and keep doing something wrong that's going to come to your destruction anyway than you to sit here and die serving Yahushua. Makes absolutely no sense to go back and you still going to die. You've been oppressed on these people. Why is it that you keep fighting and still be up under these people? I teach my people, self-preservation. Make your own way. You got to learn to become independent, self-sufficient without these people. It's going to be to your hurt. It's never been his intent. He never intended for us to depend on no government. Never. That's why he said the government ain't going to be on his shoulders. Meaning we were supposed to look for him for our rule. We supposed to look for him for our refuge. We supposed to look for him to be our defense and be our help. But we keep looking at them. You know, we complain about Donald Trump. What are we going to do about health care? 29 million Americans won't have health care. 29 million Americans need to die then. If they don't turn to Yahuah, they need to die. When the people were built in the wilderness by the serpent, what doctor came? What poison control people popped up? Told Moshe exactly what to do. Take on and make a brazen serpent and put it upon the stick. And it be that whosoever look on it and been bitten by the serpent, they will heal. Never look for us to look at these people. We set their mindset to go after these crackers. Ain't no cracker going, what a cracker know about this machine I got? You're going to look and come with the wrong conclusion. Ain't going to let no nigga work on no Yugo, work on no Ferrari. Or Yugo, this ain't the same engine. I work on white folks all the time, not the same engine. It's designed different. It's designed different. You can't let everybody work on your stuff. You can't run the Ford and just go jump at BMW. Oh, we got different specs. You don't try to set this time into a Ford state, you finna blow that BMW up. This thing gonna run right. They run hotter. People don't realize European cars run better when they get hot. American cars blow up when they get hot. American cars, am I lying? American cars are designed not to run hot. They perform better, cooler. A European car designed to run it hard, run it fast, and it only runs better. Now, how in the world you going to leave from work in America and think you finna jump on him? No, not that you come through the class. You got to learn our spec. You just can't work. You think you finna just work on me? You been working on them pluckers? You're not finna just jump and work on me. I'm a finely tuned machine. Know who you designed and who you made. We gloriously made. Why you think we've been misdiagnosed, mistreated, misunderstood? They done missed the whole darn purpose of what's going on. How in the world we keep letting them work on us? Come on, son.
And Moshe said unto the people,
what?
Fear ye not. Stand still and see the salvation of Yahuah.
Y'all hear what he told them? Stand still and see the salvation of Yahuah. Listen.
Which he will show to you this yom.
Come on.
For Mitzrayim, whom ye have seen this yom, ye shall see them again no more forever.
Yeah.
Yahuah shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your shalom.
Listen.
And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Wherefore criest thou unto me?
What do you want him to do?
Speak unto the Beni of Yasharal.
And do what?
That they go forward.
That's what I'm talking about. Yahuah I say ain't going to tell me to back up. When the book said, we not of them that draw back. No. Let me tell you, Yahuah I serve, he ain't even tell me to back up. Here he want to know, why are you crying to me? Go forward. You go forward. I don't let no people try to talk me down. I don't do it, Patty. You hear the key, Pastor. I mean, I got the sight. And nobody will give it to him, I'm going to take it. I ain't backing up. Told me, go forward. Y'all hear me? Why crying to me? He said, go forward. Now, we look at a couple of things. Yeshayahu 52 and 10. This is a beautiful way. Listen. They call it Isaiah. Yahuah
hath made bare his Kudash arm.
See that? He told him with a strong arm, which would be the yard. In our language, it would actually be called the yard. Had we finished reading on the other side of the board, you'd have saw when he told you about his creation, he told the mighty one, they'd have told you he did it with his yard, his hand, his arm. That's what he used to create. That's what he used to make. How do we know this? Because we can go and look at Yirmiyahu in the 18th chapter when he was told to go down to the potter's house. And he said he saw him there work on the wheel. And he made it in fashion to his liking. And he told you what he used his hands. See, everything lines up for us. What do you think he used? That's the same thing Yahushua did. When he came back, you know what he did? He showed him his yard. I'm a potter. I'm going to show you what I use. I bara. I'm going to use my hands. That's amazing. See, everything lines up for what you believe, what you know about him. That's why you got to be taught. You can't go along with that fixation. People just been telling you and just going believing something. You're going to have to stand for what you believe. All these people doing, eventually, all this coming to an end. You're going to have to see somebody. You want to give account for what you believe. Is that what you're willing to die with? Is that your champion? You finna die with Jesus and God. That's your champion. That's the same cracker they gave you when they came and they got you on ships. That's the same cracker let them put a rope around your neck, sleep with your husband and your wife, rape your kids, lie to you, cheat you, beat you, cut your foot and your hands off, make you build a building, go get on your knees and stop. Came in there, snatch you out, beat you, burn it to the ground, and I'm still praying and trusting in his name. That makes absolutely no sense. Let me see. How many times have you went and did that to some people? How many times have you went to somebody and burned down their churches and raped their kids and their wives and hung them and dragged them? Keep messing with this Jesus, you will. I couldn't be a Christian. Because there's things I can't do in places I just cannot go.
That's right.
It don't make sense for us. You've been a victim of Christianity. You've never been victorious. You've been victimized. You're a victim of Christianity. That's why your home in a ruckus. It's in a rut. Nobody told you the truth. Your pastor let you divorce and remarry. Your pastor tell you can have a gay lover, you can be an adulterer, be a fornicator. They'll put you in choirs and on instruments. They'll let you join committees and organizations. Nobody put no stand in front of you. That's never been the behavior of Yahuah. I'm always the bad guy because I got to tell our people the truth. They let you wear wigs. They let you wear makeup. They let you pierce your body, draw all over yourself like some done construction paper. Because after all, leadership insufficient. Leadership, they ain't going to call no man to be home. These jokers sit on deacon board, all I'm adultery. I wouldn't let them do it. Won't sell on no board I got. Sit around fornicating. You won't sell on no board I got. Then I take that board and put it on your back. I teach a man to love his wife. I teach a woman to love her husband. I teach a man to provide and take care of your home. Man, he been in the forefront. My wife could never leave me. I'll leave her. Huh? Anyway, where no man got no wife in no forefront. The man be in the forefront. You supposed to be looking out. Noah built the ark, not his wife. You know why he built it? For the saving of his house. Why would a man sit up and take care and defend his home? That's crazy. My wife never tell me, come on, baby. What? I'm already gone. That's the pillow under the cover. That's crazy. I got to lead about my home. I had to make decisions. All my decisions are critical. I need my wife, and I need her to jump to her and say, I can trust him. I can trust it. I can watch it walk. I know what it is. I know what his intent is. First, I wouldn't follow him. I wouldn't follow. Not with my soul. I wouldn't follow. I mean, everybody can't be followed. Some people stop following. You be following somebody. Yeah, 911. It's a car going there. They say, what you doing? I'm following. They say, stop following. Get back. Everybody ain't trained. That's my job. You got to get somebody trained to know what they're doing. You can't just be running behind everything you see. And it's about your soul. Most critical thing, you got your soul. When you die, your soul, you're going to have to get back up. You got to see that, man. You're going to give account for your deeds. Don't you sit here and die no sinner, no transgressor. Don't you sit here and die being no fool and being no done retard. It's too critical for us now. Come on, son. 52 and 10. Listen.
Yahuah hath made bare his Kudash arm.
Listen.
In the eyes of all the nations.
It ain't the eyes of all the nations. Listen.
And all the ends of the Arats shall see the salvation of our Elohim.
Listen.
Depart ye, go ye out from thence. Touch no unclean thing, go ye out of the midst of her. be ye clean that bear the vessels of Yahuah.
Listen, and that's what they ain't going to do. They're going to keep sitting around the same place, drinking, smoking, telling lies, fornicate, homemonger, commit adultery. He told me to go out and be clean. Why in the world I'm in the midst of these folks? I ain't got no business with them. That don't even make sense. Christianity teach you, where would Jesus be? Damn Jesus. Damn him and where he'll be at. Because he's not a Yahuah. He ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Why am I sitting in a strip club? Man, I told you I can't take no fire in my bosom, my clothes. That don't even make common sense be sitting on a strip club. Not unless I'm gay. Unless I'm gay. That don't even make common sense. What I'm sitting in the bar ain't no drunk for? You can't tell no man nothing drunk. Nothing. I wouldn't waste my time trying to convince a drunk man to do nothing. When Yahushua met a man who was a lunatic, you ain't gonna believe what he did. First of all, he had to call that evil spirit out of him. I can't tell you nothing why I seen you. You drunk. What I'm gonna tell you, you sit here and you got that junk in you. Man, you finna catch my pearl before no swine. You a pig, sir. Ma'am, you a pig. You know what I'm telling me? Won't you try to save it? You gotta be skilled when you got this job. Y'all hear me? I ain't gonna catch my pearl before no swine. Hey man, what they gonna do? A pig? Go take a pig and wash a pig up. Malcolm said you take a pig, wash a pig, put a pig in a suit and put him in the table. He said he's still a pig. Because he just took a bath, he's still a pig. I got to change his character. I got to change his ideas. I got to change his appearance. Y'all got me? I got to change his intellect. I can't expect nothing from no pig.
That's right.
Come on, son.
For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight, for Yahuah will go before you, and the Elohim of Yasharal will be your reward.
Listen.
Behold, my servant shall deal prudently.
Listen.
He shall be exalted.
I heard it say he shall be exalted. What else, son?
And extolled.
He gonna be extolled.
And be very high.
He gonna be very high. Come on, son, let's get over here. Your Ukanon 19:19. I'm gonna get me Matayahu. My faith, get me Matayahu. I'm going to say that 19th chapter. Matayahu 27, 31. Other one, and that your Ukanon, 539 first, because I put it up there. 539, then you're going to get me that Matayahu 27:31. And going to hold me that 19th chapter of the book of Yeshua, of your Ukanon. Listen.
And
this
is the Abba will which have sent me that.
That's 35, 539. Your Ukanon 539. Oh, don't got me about the Yahoo 27 and 31. 539. Listen what he told them.
Search the scriptures.
Search the what?
Scriptures.
But in them what happened?
You think ye have eternal life.
But who are they?
They are they which testify of me.
And what you won't do?
You will not come to me.
That you might have what?
Life.
What you do?
I receive not honor from a noose.
What happened?
But I know you.
That what happened?
Ye have not the love of Elohim in you.
For why?
I am come in my Abba name.
The reason I took you there, the same thing when it came down, when it was told to Abraham, the Abari, his father's name. That's how he came with the name Yahusha. Does it make sense his father's name Yahuah and he come out here named Jesus? Abraham come from Abra. And he was there. He was in his father's name. But you can believe what you want to believe. Seeing you going to hell. His name God, Jehovah. His son named Jesus. Then his name God. God is a title. That's where you mess up first of all. You pray. Who is anything can be a God. Anything can be a Lord. That's the problem we got. People taking on title. They don't even know the man said, I came in my father's name. What's the father's name? What is his name? That's the same thing Marshalita, if you can tell me. Come on, 27:31. Listen.
And after that they had mocked him, they took the robe off from him.
After they had mocked Yahushua, they took the robe off of him.
And put his own raiment on him.
Yeah.
And led him away to crucify him.
What happened?
And as they came out, they found an Ish of Cyrene,
yeah.
Simon by name. Him they compelled to bear his cross.
Yeah.
And when they were come unto a place called Golgotha,
that is,
to say, a place of a skull, they gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall.
The word Golgotha would be Abari, And the word you'll find for Calvary would just be the Greek meaning of it. Place of the skull, we talked about, that's a high point on a mountain. If you go back and you look at Christian dialect, well, they'll tell you that place was. The significance about them burying him, the significance about him dying on the place of a skull, the skull cap, you ain't gonna believe why. That's why Adam was born. Adam was actually buried there. That's Catholic belief. There's no writing nowhere that told you where Adam was buried at, and especially no place in no skull. It was called a skull because of the shape of how it looked. It's like a cranium. That is not no place where Adam was born. That's why you got to watch these studies. I got to tell you, don't be doing all that internet junk. You'll mess up. You start getting Catholic belief. They'll tell you more lies than a little bit. You can't believe that there's no writing. I need writings to verify what you're saying. That skull was not no place where that was not no graveyard. That was a high point on a mountain, and the place looked like a cranium. That's why it's called a place of a skull. Listen.
They gave him vinegar to drink mingled with gall.
Yeah.
And when he had tasted thereof,
he would do what?
He would not drink.
Listen.
And they crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots.
Yeah.
That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Nabah.
Listen.
They parted my garments among them.
Yeah.
And upon my vesture did they cast lots.
Listen.
And sitting down, they watched him there. And set up over his head his accusation written, This is Yahushua, the Malach of the Yahudim.
Yes.
Then were there 2 thieves crucified with him.
Listen.
One on the right hand and another on the left.
Listen.
And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads, and saying, Thou that destroyest the temple, and buildest it in 3 yamim,
what do you want me to do?
Save thyself.
Yeah.
If thou be the Ben of Elohim, come down from the cross.
And what happened?
Likewise also the Rosh Kohan mocking him, with the scribes and elders said, He saved others, himself he cannot save.
What happened?
If he be the Malach of Yasharal,
let him do what?
Now come down from the cross.
And what happened?
And we will believe him.
Listen.
He trusted in Elohim.
What happened?
Let him deliver him now, if he will have him.
Listen.
For he said, I am the Ben of Elohim.
Yeah.
The thieves also, which were crucified with him,
did what?
Cast the same in his teeth.
Listen.
Now from the 6th hour, there was Kashak over all the land unto the 9th hour.
Yeah.
And about the 9th hour, Yahushua cried with a loud voice, saying, Al-I, lama sabatani.
Yeah.
That is to say, my Elohim, why hast thou forsaken me?
Yeah.
Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, This each calleth for all Yahu.
What happened?
And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink.
And what happened?
The rest said, Let be. Let us see whether all Yahu will come to save him.
That's beautiful, Brandon. That's beautiful. Jump back on that 14th chapter book of Allah Shemut. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Verse 13.
Allah Shemut 14. What verse did we leave off at? Verse 10?
15.
15. 14, 15. Listen.
And Yahuah said unto Mushah, Wherefore criest thou unto me?
Yeah.
Speak unto the Beni of Yasharal that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it, and the Beni of Yasharal shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea.
Listen.
And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of Mizraim, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen, and the Mizraim shall know that I am Yahuah, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen.
Yeah.
And the Malachi of Elohim, which went before the camp of Yasharal, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their panim, and stood behind them, and it came between the camp of Mizraim and the camp of Yasharal, and it was a cloud of Kashak to them, but it gave Ahura by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night.
Listen.
And Mushah stretched out his hand over the sea, and Yahuah caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. Mm-hmm. And the Beni of Yasharal went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Mizraim pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, Yahuah looked unto the host of the Mizraim through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of Mizraim, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that Mizraim said, let us flee from the Panim of Yasharal, for Yahuah fighteth for them against Mizraim.
Yes.
And Yahuah said unto Mushah, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Mizraim, upon their chariots and upon their horsemen. And Mushah stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Mizraim fled against it, and Yahuah overthrew the Mizraim in the midst of the sea, and the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them.
A couple of things we're looking at. A couple of things we're looking at, the action. The action we're looking at. When we started out, we kind of talked about a couple of things, but what we went to was significant when we were on the front end. We talked about Barashit Bara, Elohim, Hashamayim, At Hashamayim, how in the beginning, he put his sign in the Shamayim, his sign. His sign was also his son. The reason why we're with him at the 14th chapter, Moshe told you to do something. He told you you had to stand still to see it. The reason that was important to you, because we were going to go to Allah Shemut, the 10th chapter, and you would have known how he had caused to be dark for 3 days. Not one of them moved out of their place. Only way to get them to stand still to see it, that's why he caused it to be dark for 3 hours. That's the only way they were going to keep from moving. It was so dark in Mizraim that none of them moved out of their place. Well, Mushah just told them not to move. He had to make it so dark. That's why it was dark for 3 hours, so nobody would move. You got to remember, they were going to have to see the salvation. Well, what he was going to have to do in order to do that, I need you to behold my servant. He's going to be extolled. He's going to be very high, so everybody can see him. This is going to show you my sign, his sign in the Shamayim. You understand it? The part you should have paid attention to when he told him to stretch forth his hand, the sea was divided. That's why I let you read it. If you paid attention, one stuck it on the reed and gave it to him to drink. Others said, let him alone. The waters were divided. The waters you were talking about, he was talking about the people. When he stretched forth his hand, the people were divided. He told you, I'm going to get me glory upon the Mizraim. After he died, they said, surely this was the son of Elohim. I know y'all like to get thrown because there's so much you don't know. See, that's why he told you, see, search the scripture. In them, you thinking you got salvation. They're talking about me. That's why he told her, stretch forth your hands. When he stretched forth, he read it. I'm showing you exactly how this thing works, what people don't know. Listen, people just constantly just stupid. He told you there they sat down and they watched him. They were going to have to look on him. See, we miss so much that we're not paying attention. You realize there's a lot going on around you. You don't even know. He don't want these people to be conscious. He need these people shopping and fooling around and fornicating, committing adultery, lying and cheating and stealing and whoremonger, everything they can do control, because he's setting up to get these people. He's setting up to get these people. These people have no idea. He's putting stuff in their minds. He's putting stuff in their heart at his will so he can destroy these people. But he's giving you a mind to say here to here. In the 29th chapter of the book of all I hate Dabarim, which they call Deuteronomy, he said, Yahuah had given you a mind and a heart to hear unto this yom. I showed y'all last night how this book had really been working. You had no idea. With all deceitfulness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they don't receive the love of the truth. For this cause, Elohim sent them strong delusion. So he thought that they were trapped in the wilderness. That was a lie. That was a lie. That they all might be damned, which is condemned. Damn is actually the Abari word for blood, D-A-M. That's why you will hear people say, Blotino. They'll say, damn no. Hell no. That blood, they know that damn is actually the word for blood. D-A-M. They done told you, nah, damn, condemn. You say, oh, he just cut. It means blood. D-A-M. It means blood. White people been telling you stuff so long, you just ain't known no better. They've been telling you something means something, but then why would you believe it? When they ever told you the truth? So why they going to start now? But see, now their visitation is coming. Now it's coming now, their perplexity is coming upon them. He told they're confused, it's coming upon them now. The white people, they have no idea what's going on. They're just thinking, Oh, I'm so glad he bombed Syria. Oh, it's about time we do something. You couldn't have thought 59 rockets would launch and somebody sitting back saying, that's it. A country gonna let you blow 59 rockets over my head, a sovereign country, and you gonna land them in here. They're having what's called a civil war, meaning this is between them. This is not another country came in. Once you shot your rockets, you just made this war with another nation. See, it's too much you don't know. It's just too much you don't know. When the North and South War came, what other countries came here and fought? That was called Civil War, meaning it was among the states. See, crackers, hypocrites. If another country had came in here when the North and South, it would have been a tragedy. It would have been an atrocity. They'll still be calling war crimes. They'll say this between us. The war that's going on in Syria is between them. That's not your fight. You can't fix your own problems. But what you going to do when he give you that mind? And black people, again, they don't even know when they've been insulted. Nobody's never came to your rescue. They won't let nobody come in and help you. When he shot you down in the 60s and waterholed you, what country came in here and helped bail you out? What country had means on coming over here? When they beat you inside them restaurants and drug you from them counters? When they wouldn't let you in them universities, what country came in here and dropped bombs? What country parked ships on the outside of here? You know why? They say it's internal. That's internal. We don't want to get involved. That's their problem. Who gave you the right to go get in somebody else's business? In their house. People don't like to think about stuff like this, do they? You just like to believe you live inside a bubble where everything is right and everything's safe. Everything's not right here. And it needs to be exposed or you're going to get any kind of change. You're never going to get closer till you fix stuff in your house. I'm talking about even your natural house. Even inside your body, how you operate, the people you operate with, it's a hindrance to you. This stuff is a snare to you. And you got to wake yourself up and become conscious. You're dealing with people that's not conscious. Well, I don't think it. I think something. Why? Why are you comfortable being a slave? Why are you comfortable being in prison? Why are you comfortable being lied to and manipulated? When it comes down to your soul, you can't let people play with that. You either tell me the truth or you get out my face. This is the most important thing I got, and I only got one chance to get it right. I heard a man say years ago, if I had two, I'd take a chance. I would. I'd flip a coin. Whatever religion come up. Whatever hit the ground, I'll follow it. I could afford that because I got one more chance. I only got one. I ain't going to mess this one up. If I die, if I get it wrong, I cannot come back and get it right. You only got one time to go through here. If you're going to hold to something and believe something, you better make sure it's right. You better make sure if you believe it's right, you better make sure you hold to it. You better make sure it can be verified. I don't want to go with nobody. Well, I heard a man say a whole lot of stuff. I got to make sure this is what I know. I got to find somebody. How is it working for you? Is it keeping you? How you operating with it? Huh? I can't follow nobody. Counter, inner. What you believe? Huh? Can it keep you? Because what I'm reading, he said he'll keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on him. Where your mind at? A lot of you saying you ain't got no peace. Just be honest. Your mind all over the place. That's why you ain't got no peace. Listen, I got peace. Listen, I pass about 150-something people. I don't know how many different business and other stuff I got to deal with, other stuff I got to do, and just people in general I had to deal with and fix other people's problems that you guys don't even know I fix or how far I'm involved with. I got people owe me over $100 and probably $30,000. Let me tell you what I ain't got, what I do have. I got peace. That's on top of everything I got going. I got peace. How many times I done broke down up and crying so I can't do it? How many times I can't take it no more, I'm done? I got peace. I keep my mind stayed on him. It don't matter what's going on at the end of the day, I look at it, it don't stop the work. I still got to be saved. See, everything I do with business and people I look at, I put everything in a certain place. I can go this hot, that fast, and go. And then I got to settle back down and say at the end of the day, I still got to be saved. That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. I can't take nothing with me in the first place. The more you try to keep, the more obligation you're going to have to put to it. So at some point, you got to put everything in the proper place and realize this become first for me. That's that bottom line. I keep this first. That's how I'm able to do what I do. I keep this first. It don't matter what else I'm doing. This stays first. It don't matter what else committed to. This has to be first. Otherwise, I become ineffective. Don't let people worry me. People come, I said, ugh. Then I said, you know what? Still got to keep working. Still got to be effective. I got to be effective when I get up. I got to be able to look every man, every woman in the face. Every one of them. Can't duck nobody. Huh? People's souls on the line. I tell people, my soul on the line. Y'all sit here, you got to be realistic when you do it. You can't be bumping all around trying to do every other thing. You got to look at what's important, my soul being saved. You got to be so committed that you'll separate from anything you got. Listen, man, daughter, son, wife, grandkids, mother, father, job, career, ambitions, goals, whatever it is, I can separate from it. I can separate from it and get up here and still do my job. A lot of y'all can separate, but you ain't let it go in your heart. I can let it go where I know where to put it, where I can't let it be a part where it hinders me from doing this. Well, a lot of us in here, we make our own problem. Because you hold the stuff you know ain't good for you, ain't helping, but you're going to stay with it anyway. That becomes dangerous. Some stuff you do, it's self-inflicted. I'm not finna self-inflict myself. At the end of the day, I can't afford to. By what I'm doing, I can't do nothing but save myself. Y'all hear me? My obligation, at the end of the day, all I can do is save myself. I set a pattern for others that if you follow what I'm teaching, because this is what I'm holding to, and if you hold to it and maintain, I'm telling you to save you. This give my company, every week I get them to do what I do, whether head hurt, leg, knee hurt, they don't make a difference. I still got to be saved. I didn't take this job thinking it was going to be mine forever. I didn't take this job thinking I wasn't going to never get sick and I wasn't going to never die. If I took it on a false pretense, and he didn't give it to me. He gave me this job, and I know what come with it, and I still take it. Man said, listen, this, dust, going to happen with this job. I said, I take it. He said, well, because of how it works, you can't get paid every week. You'll get paid something. It won't get no pay. You won't get no honor, no respect. They'll do it. And all the folks you help, most are going to come back and bite you and still going to kick against you. I said, I take it. Your own kid, wife, everybody around you turn against you. Even your mother, they'll misunderstand you and go against you. I said, I take it. He didn't tell me enough bad stuff to make me not take it. I ain't heard enough stuff against it that made me want to leave it and not come back to it. For whatever reason, when he told me about it, because at the end of the day, he told me something that was more critical and more important than anything. You can save your soul. That's why I can still take it. A lot of y'all, you run out, leave, try to go get somebody. That's what I look at. Once you run off and you leave, that's you. I still got to be saved. That's because of where you at, and you comfortable going to hell. I'm not comfortable going to hell. That being honest, how am I be with somebody comfortable going to hell? What is your purpose in life? What are you looking to do? Live, gain. All right, once I pay off my house, once I pay off my car, once I set all my kids and my grandkids up, then I get old, I die. Then what? Then what? Then I do what? No. That's the part that bothers me. I'm setting up something for myself that when I die. Y'all hear me? I'm setting up something for myself that when I die. That's why I keep coming. That's why I'm relentless on when I'm getting on people and getting on you about your stuff. Because I'm setting up something for when I die. Because after I die, I want to live. You got me? I don't want to die and that's it and I burn in no hell forever. When I die, I'm hoping to live. And the only way to do that is to make sure I'm maintaining some works. Making sure my confidence that even when people come against me, you know what I got to look at? People come against me and talk. Only reason people come against me, I'm doing something. People ain't bothering nobody, ain't doing nothing. That's just being honest. I'm doing something. They look at me, I'm doing something. I ain't out here molesting nobody kids, having sex, trying to pick up no sisters, having sex with no men or no kids. Man, I'm working. I'm doing something. You gotta hate on me. I'm the only one doing something. Let me tell you, you know why I don't never get no fight for nobody else out here doing right? They doing something. Everybody working, doing right, they ain't even got time. They so big, they be like, who? I'm working. Why you think you got time? I got this video I want you to watch. I'm working. I have a job. People counting on me. When anybody count on you, you got time to make videos of some foolishness and do stupid stuff and waste your time sitting around, hey, but I'm doing something. People counting on me. People get up and they kick that thing. They say, my man. I know my man. They be looking saying, time for what my man doing, my man. Then I done popped out here. They said, my man. They said, I know my man going to tell it like it is. They tell, I'm counting on you. Ask these for how many people. The people that wasting time, me ask and say, how many people counting on you? What? Nobody. I count on no devil. You hear me? Be somebody people can count on. Be somebody that Yahuah can use. You can't use every. That's the problem. Ain't enough people. There's plenty of work, but the labor few. They're too busy lying and flim-flamming and scamming. Be somebody the man can use. Especially when you talking about being a man. Be in the forefront to lead your home. I'm getting ready to let y'all go, but I'm really concerned about the state of our people. I'm very concerned about the state of our people. And the mere fact we're not concerned about our own wealth, our own health, our own salvation. As couple, husband, wife, you need to be able to sit down and talk and conversate about the thing that's most important. What are you looking to do when you die? Not talking about, baby, what you want to do? You want to go down? We can die going out of town. Baby, what you want to eat? We can choke off what we're going to eat. Baby, what you plan on doing when you die? Well, I don't like to think about stuff like that. You should. That's the next most critical thing that's going to ever happen to you in your life. You're going to die. The older I get, that's the more I got to think about it. It's inevitable. I can't avoid it. I got to die. So all I can do is make preparation that when I die, I plan on living again. Let me tell you something. Anybody get this job that ain't thinking about dying, you're an idiot. The job of believing, confessing, converting is instilled with death. Death is always a constant reminder. Because now with this knowledge, I have to consider I've done some things in my life. I've said some things and I've gone some places. Recompense got to happen. I've turned my life, but now there are people that want me on the outside with them. And they'll do whatever they have to do in order for that to happen. Now, I'm fighting to stay on that wall. Y'all hear me? I'm fighting to stay on that beaten path. So death is inevitable. Now, I could be a sinner and a transgressor and go and feel just like our forefather did if I go back to Mizraim a little better. But like Kerry said, I'm not going back to Egypt. That's where Yahuah freed us. We're not supposed to return. No folk evilly being treated us. Why are we trying to go on back? Like I said, Mizraim, we don't need them. I don't need to be no sinner. I don't need no sinner. I've been a sinner. Anybody going to talk to me. We're not going to have no conversation on how to commit no sin. I don't want nobody. I've been there. I've done that. This is the most critical thing you're going to do in your life. Sit down there and people say, are you concerned about your soul? You know, this stuff made me, I'm watching you, nigga. Nigga, you a dangerous, like he said, you a dangerous any terrorist I ever seen. You got to ever have a real conversation like this? Because you got to look at when a person ain't concerned and a person don't care, what would that person do? You're going to be more of a hurt than me down the hill. Because you want to live in a fictitious world with Alice in the Wonderland. You know you dying, nigga. You leaving here. Teeth falling out, half getting short, memory gone, steps getting shorter, face wrinkling up. Where in the world you think you going, nigga? To a rejuvenation center? You're behind here to a nursing home, then hospital, then to the morgue. Those are your steps. Now, what are you planning on doing? I got to think about that. Because this is going to make a determination whether or not we're going to be able to keep going together. What y'all plan on doing when you die? How many of y'all that's something you just have to see? Of course, people ain't going to admit it now, so I'm going to say, hey, just got to see. I don't want to wait till the last minute. It's some stuff you don't want to wait for. I don't want to walk in my house and somebody already in their way. I like to know they in there so I can bring them out foot first. Some stuff you don't need to just wait till you get there. Some stuff you need to know. Y'all hear me? So then you got to make reservations then, correct? It's some restaurant, they got a restaurant, I think, up in Pennsylvania, somewhere up in there. Do y'all know the waiting list so long, they got over a year and a half waiting list? Ain't got but people done booked up over a year just to get a day that packed. Can't just walk in. So if you plan on going, you're going to have to call now to make reservations to try to get in there for a year or so from now. Now, you try to plan on going to get into the kingdom of Elohim. What kind of reservation have you made? I didn't know how to make no reservation. I don't know why you didn't. The man said I'd go to prepare a place, that if I go, I'll come again to receive you. If I'm going to prepare a place, I didn't know you were trying to come. Had you told me, I would have made one for you. So when he come back, he going to just hypothetically, he going to jump in. Oh, you want to go back? Hold on, I'm finna go back. The book didn't say that. They said, under us that look to him, shall he appear. If he leave and go back and come back, that's 3. He never told you he's going to do that. To them, to look to him, he's going to appear the second time without sin. He's not coming back to save nobody, to try to get nobody right. That's done. When he come back, preparation made. Hold on, I'm just getting right. You're still wrong. He told you the day you hear my voice. It's too long, it's too much got here. How long you think hell is? Folks, I'm just telling y'all as easy as I can. 2 warships, one not far from him. The other one in Connecticut. These people got nuclear arms. Another one sitting in Syria, another one sitting on that aimed at Russia. You got China got nuclear weapons. Y'all know it's inevitable we're going to wind up getting into it with China. China had taken over the China Sea, which makes sense. It called China and the China Sea, and they said we China, so everything in their water belong to us. We keep having problems with China that they don't want to tell you about because they met and look like everything good, but China ain't getting them islands. China controlling that sea. China still want Taiwan back because Taiwan is a part of them, Thailand, and they not want to get this up. China has a China one policy. You can't do no business with Taiwan. But they're looking at Thailand, what is it, Taiwan, Thailand? Taiwan? They don't want to do no business with them, but Donald Trump is a businessman. He's looking at, if I'm getting better prices, then I can do business with them. China's saying, if you do anything with them, you talk on the phone with them again, we going to war. Do y'all know how serious that is? You just told a maniac fool he can't talk on his phone to somebody else. That's punking. Not go over there by now. If you talk on the phone with them, they said they will take action. We have a one China policy. They broke off from us. They'll never be recognized by China. And China saying, if you do business with them, be ready to go to war. Can't even take a phone call from them. You know all that lady got to do over there again? She knew she aggravated China when she did it. She's smart. She called him, told him congratulations, and he took the call. She knew. You know what she need him to do? Go ahead and fight China so y'all can blow each other up. Then I get out here, I can do trade. It's business, smart. You know what she got to sit back and do? 1-800 Washington, D.C., Donald Trump. And all he got to do is pick that phone up and say, yeah, how you doing? And she going to let the media know. I talked to Mr. Trump again today. And you know what China going to do? China going to make parking lots. How many of y'all done been to some of these states it's hard to find parking? Let them take that call again. Plenty of parking. You don't have and you ain't going to have no toll booths out there. You ain't worry about nobody putting no boots on your car. Let them take that phone call. Do y'all understand where the world is at right now? You talking about all these people are nuclear. You have North Korea is sitting on edge. They saying Kim Jong-il has moved. He's in hiding. This man is trying to get these bombs right. He's looking at this fool will shoot and don't. They used to saying this. Okay, Leon, at exactly tomorrow at 2 p.m., I will be bombing you in your house. So Leon just moved out of the house. Moved all this stuff. I just bombed the empty house. He said, I'm not telling you nothing. He said, you'll see. Something will happen. And he 59 rockets done hit somewhere. So you know what he's making everybody looking at now? Everybody looking at, I got to be preemptive. I got to beat him to the punch. Which means North Korea got to be ready to go ahead and launch what they got now. Even if they blow up Japan. Only people you can hurt right now is Japan and South Korea. Which means we ain't got no choice. They're our ally. We got bases on them. We whore their women. The United States run through all their women. So we got to defend them. Them our whores. Them our whores. We got to go through them. You see how everything is set up to drag us out here? Folks, use y'all head and get yourselves right. That's the only thing left for you to do. You're not going to walk away from them. Eventually, you're going to have to meet this man for yourself. Get yourself right. At the end of the day, it's your soul. You got one to be saved or you got one to be lost. That's good.